Hey guys, welcome back to Just Driven. In previous posts on our Instagram, we had teased a potential build that is in the works. Today is the reveal. We are going to share with you what we're building, and yes, it involves this beautiful blank canvas. So stick around. All right guys, so if I were to ask you what are the 5 most recognizable cars for the first 3 films, what would you say they are? Go into our comment section and list the 5 most recognizable cars in your opinion for the first 3 films. Now, we have a pretty strong opinion on what they are, and we believe the green Mitsubishi Eclipse, the orange Supra, Toretto's Charger, the Too Fast, Too Furious Skyline, and the car we don't have yet, and that is Han's Veilside Fortune Tokyo Drift RX-7. Yes, that beautiful blank canvas that's been part of this channel for the last 4.5 years is going to turn into Han's Veilside RX-7 from Tokyo Drift. One of the hardest parts about this build is honestly saying goodbye to that beauty sitting behind me. It is one of our favorite cars here on our channel. It also happens to be one of our oldest builds on this channel. So 4 or 5 years ago, we imported it from Japan. It was in need of some love, minor cosmetic restoration. We did some paint work on it. And then of course we partnered with Apex. They provided us with an intake. They provided us with exhaust, coilover suspension. We ultimately put some really nice carbon seats in it, perfected it with some carbon bits and pieces. And the wheels came from an S2000 that I bought, ultimately didn't keep. Back when we were installing the graphics on the Too Fast, Too Furious Skyline, I got a call from our connection in Japan. Well, it turns out he has a really strong connection with Veilside, Japan.
That right there.
He had notified me that, hey, you're not going to believe it, but they have the entire kit that was destined to go to another shop, but there were some delays, and they offered the kit to us. We immediately sent payment, and the kit was secured. It was placed in a container along with our 6th build, another vehicle, arrived here recently. And now we're putting everything together. We have pretty much every part needed to transform this car into what was seen on the screen. We're very detail oriented. So we're gonna take every clip from the movie and we're gonna study it, we're gonna dissect it so that we are true to what was seen in the film. It dramatically transforms that car into something very exotic looking. Most people don't even know what it is. You could tell by the roofline, but it is a stunning body kit. The parts needed to turn that into the Tokyo Drift FD are extensive. You've got rear quarter panels, you have front fenders, front bumper, rear bumper, side skirts, door pallets that are attached to the doors, the hatch, the hood, headlights. I mean, there are so many components that make this car unique. The thing that I love about this rear hatch, it's kind of a call out to the split window Corvette. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, what in the hell are you talking about? But if you look at this Veilside kit completed, and you look at that split window, and you look at the dual hump dashboard that they installed on the movie car, the passenger side gets a very similar dash display that replicates the driver's side. And you go back and look at a 63 split window Corvette, you see that, and you see those 2 humps on the dash. I swear it looks like a split window Corvette. And I will tell you, when we started pulling all of these parts out of the box, all of the boxes that came with this, we were blown away by the quality of these parts. They're really to a high standard. We're anxious to see how well it fits. And here's the best part. Joe happens to be a very important team member here at Just Driven. He's the guy responsible for painting our Fast and Furious Supra along with our Toretto Charger, and he's also the guy that converted our Skyline GTT to a full GTR body. And so the guy knows what he's doing. So when we decided to take on this project, he was a part of that decision-making process. We even asked him if he'd like us to find someone else to do all the heavy lifting in terms of installing the parts and just letting him perfect them and paint it. He said, nope, if he's gonna do it, he wants to do it all. So later this week, all these parts are gonna be loaded into the van, transported to Joe, and that's where Joe's gonna start the process. So I highly recommend you setting the notification. If you're interested in this actual series, you'll be notified. We're going to share every aspect of it with you. You're going to see all of the challenges we run into, and I'm sure there will be. You're going to see the amount of work that it takes to strip that car down to accommodate the hanging of all these parts. I remember recently Sung was interviewed talking about the Veilside Fortune kit. And back when they started filming for Tokyo Drift, they wanted something very unique, and Veilside had just revealed this kit, but they were also struggling financially and almost went bankrupt. They ultimately put a deal together with Universal Studios. They acquired multiple kits, they built multiple cars, and it kind of put Veilside back on the map. Here's the reason why we took this project on. You know, we have a relationship with Universal Studios. We're not too far away from them. They've been using a lot of our cars for collaborations with clothing lines, with shoe lines, you name it. And we've even had our cars scanned for partnerships and collaborations with toy manufacturers. We're excited and we're honored that they've used our cars. And as a result of that, they've always asked us to keep our cars available for future filming and future collaboration deals. Universal Studios in Universal City, LA, is actually debuting their new park ride called Hollywood Drift, and it's a roller coaster, a $140 million roller coaster, I might add, that has cars, coaster cars, that replicate some of the most iconic cars used in the films. That being the Toretto Charger, the Orange Supra, the Bayside Blue Skyline, along with the Tokyo Drift FD car that Han drove. It's part of the reason why we decided to embark on this project, is because they've asked us to make those cars available for the debut of that theme park ride. And also there's some future plans at the end of the year where Universal Studios Japan has got a 25-year anniversary coming up where they'll be on display for 2 to 3 months. And that's something we're working on the details now. There's lots of future builds. We're doing a lot more than just Fast and Furious stuff here. We've been building unique cars for years, and we want to share every project with you. A lot of stuff in the works. There's a lot of future things in the works. Yes, there is another car that we haven't debuted yet, but we will be soon. So stick around. If you're not a subscriber, I would highly recommend you hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you click the bell, and don't forget, what, in your opinion, are the 5 most recognizable cars from this franchise? Now, I mentioned earlier it's the first 3 films. Let's stick to the first 4 films. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.